welcome YouTube to this wonderful video on the USD CAD long that I took. Base hits are welcome here. If you're brand new, welcome, I'm George. Just showing you how to implement the fundamentals with the technicals. I did live record this, however my live recording software stopped once I closed the trade. So this is just going to be a little bit more of a trade breakdown, showing you as to why I got in, what tools led me to having the confluence to take these longs, and why I closed it a little bit early. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome to the charts, and here's the explanation on the USD CAD long that I took today. If you're a subscriber, you already kind of know what we look for when we're trading. If you're brand new, welcome to this video here. Let's run right through it. So, okay, USD has been showing a lot of strength lately within the war, and most likely they're not looking at cutting rates or anything like that. So that's showing a little bit of strength on the USD side of things, plus the safe haven asset. Fundys wise, USD is showing a 10 score right now. And CAD actually went from a 14 2 weeks ago to a -10. And why is that? Pulling up our tools, look at the CAD unemployment rate, the employment change, how this has shifted from better to worse. And then the CPI just came in today, worse across the board. So what does this do to the CAD rating within our system here? It brought it down to a -10, whereas USD is showing 11 right now. Now, I do want to address one thing as well. Within our Fundys Score, with our new indicator, which I'm going to make a video on later, I do want to let you all know that I did film this live. However, my software, I use Canva for right now because I use it for my thumbnails and it has a screen recording software, so I figured I might as well just use it because I have access to it. When I finished the video, it did not actually save the live trading. So here's a pop-up on what the actual trade looks like. And here's my thought process. The last trading video I made was on the EURUSD long, which was after NFP move. Now, CAD CPI happened today. CPI and NFP plays are very similar, where you get the move and then sweep of the move, and these plays are available in the free PDFs. If you're a free Forex Fundys member, you don't even have to pay or use your card or anything. And then once you get a break in the direction of the initial CPI move, M5 looked good, M3 looked good, M15 created a fair value gap as well. So I was super happy in taking this trade. I was in drawdown from 11 o'clock to about 11:35, so about 30 minutes. And since last time you saw me, we had the 11:30 rule, which we still kind of do, but it gets pushed 1 hour ahead because we had a time change. 11:30 turns to 12:30 for my break evens, and my trading window from whatever time to 11 a.m. turns to whatever time to 12 p.m. So that's why I entered around 11 o'clock today. This is the exact same. False move, sweep of that. We just swept this low here too, just barely. Had a nice push up. The Fundys score was matching. But here's what I wanted to address and why context was so important. Look at the COT. COT longs and shorts. Obviously, we're using the non-commercial data. And look at the quadrant stuff. Why are you longing a real bearish trend and against a real bullish trend? Here's why. If you watch this COT short right here, it shows one of the major drawbacks of the COT. And both of these systems use the COT pricing within the COT dates. On Friday the 13th, we just got this COT data from the 3rd of March to the 10th of March, which is the Tuesday, and across the board. So the 3rd of March, which would have been around here, to the 10th of March, which would have been here, USD was dying. It was showing weakness within that little time frame. And this is not just on USD CAD, it was on the Euro as well. So COT Tuesday the 3rd, Tuesday the 10th. That's the time period where we extract this data from. However, obviously price moved afterwards. So with this mixed data here on the quadrant and this mixed data here on the COT longs and the short side of things, I thought to myself, I'd rather stick with price action and the Forex Fundys score. And here's why I chose USD CAD over other currencies. You could have maybe made a little bit of money on other currencies, like Euro, for example. You had the false move here, sweep of that, move down. You would have probably been around break even though. CAD is the one with the -10 score. AUD was the next best one that I was looking at. Little false move here, sweep of the false move, breakdown. But USD CAD was clearly the best to me. False move, this is the CPI, post-CPI play that I talked about in the last video. And then price was actually rocketing up, but here's why I closed out a little bit early. My initial target, like I said, I target 2R minimum, which was right here. Around here, when price made it about, I'm gonna say 1.55-ish%, I was just checking what is causing this little bit of a push here on financial juice. And that's when I realized I made a mistake.
You done messed up, AA Ron!
I did not do my morning financial juice check, I guess because I'm rusty off the weekend or whatever. Last week I was extremely patient. I did not take one trade because nothing showed up to plan. So you don't force anything. But at 12 o'clock, I realized that there was a Trump news conference and I was already up 1.2% on a Monday, which are not my profitable days. I think I won 2 or 3 Mondays last year. So I decided to just close it. I have quite a few videos at it and call it a day. But one of the most important things to take about this video is that the Fundys context led me to taking this trade in this specific pair. And a lot of you will notice this looks exactly like this trade, like this trade, like this trade. When you create an edge, most of your trades and setups and executions should look the exact same.
It's the same case. Do the same thing.
Thank you, Ice Cube. Because that is your edge. This play is my edge right here. I have a playlist called Live Trading. I don't teach how to trade, but you guys can watch it and learn from there for absolutely free. It's literally the same play every single time. Obviously varies off of whatever is happening, but combining the sweeps of liquidity with breaks of structure, choosing the best currency, using the divergence model, which you guys can get even if you're a Forex Fundys free member. I have PDFs on them. I hope that you guys are all able to learn something. I have quite a few new videos coming out, so stay tuned. I appreciate you all for watching, and peace.